Yo, what is going on, team, squad, fam? It's your boy Yungmanray. And this right here, man, is Fairy Tale Dogmatika. Okay? Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me, and I don't know how you would know this about me, because I don't think I've ever told anybody, except for myself in my head. So if you know what I'm about to say, you're a psychic, and stay out of my head, please. You don't want to see what's in there. But anyways, I don't know if you know this about me, but I like archetypes that barely have any synergy with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're just cards thrown in there. And the number one, and I mean the number one offender of this is fairy tales. All the fairy tales just do something random that have nothing to do with each other. In some cases, maybe. Because, I mean, Fairy Tale Luna searches 1850. But other than that, they all just do like random stuff that none of them work with each other, really. So I wanted to try and find a way that I can play fairy tales in a way that they'll be viable and consistent. And the one thing that I came up with is playing Dogmatikas with them. Because, I mean, like, think about it like this. These fairy tales, they're princesses, right? And the Dogmatikas, they're knights, kinda, not this guy. But, you know, she's a knight, kinda, he's a knight. So the knights are supposed to protect the princesses, right? So the Dogmatikas are going to be there doing what Dogmatika does, you know, stopping people from using the extra deck and, you know, being annoying. And then I'm just going to have the fairy tales jump in there and do whatever it is their hearts desires with the supervision of the knights. That's really it. Knights protect the princesses so the princesses can do whatever it is they do. Yeah, also, fairy tales got new support. I don't know if you got that or not yet, but yeah. This one's really good. You can reveal a spellcaster with 1850. All fairy tales have 1850, and then you can just immediately normal summon it. And you can keep doing this as long as you have fairy tales in hand. So if you have 3 fairy tales in hand, you can normal summon 3 times. Oh yeah, also, they get battle protection the first time that they will be destroyed. Oh, and effect damage. That's pretty good, I guess. And then they got Rochka right here. I don't know if this is going to be her official name in the TCG, but as of right now, this is Rochka. Okay? And when she's normal summoned, she basically gets a pot of duality effect, but your opponent chooses the card, and also you give them 500 life points. So it's not that good. You probably would rather want to play pot of duality. Well, actually, I don't think you can special summon the turn you use pot of duality, so maybe this is better. I don't know. It's some give and take. But, yeah, it's pretty good for this deck because basically anything that you see here can be used as soon as it is played, for the most part. I'm looking at you, Double or Nothing. But, okay, other than that, we got the regular shenanigans in the extra deck when it comes to Dogmatika. And then we got some rank 4s in here. Before I had Utopia the Lightning, but then I realized Utopia Lightning can't go into AA-Zeus. So we're playing Utopia Double instead. You know, all you gotta do is search the Double or Nothing. So we're all good. Then you go to AA-Zeus. This guy's outlier, but still pretty good. I usually go for this guy if I'm going into my rank 4s. Because this allows you to recycle your spellcasters from the grave. And also it's a spellcaster so you can stay on the field with Secret Village. All these other guys are not spellcasters. So yeah, they kind of mess you up with Secret Village. So yeah, that's the deck and everything that I kind of need to explain at this moment in time. If anything else needs to be explained, I'll explain it during the replays. Speaking of replays, man, let's just jump right on into those, man. Why not? I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, you guys. In this first duel, we'll be going up against Shadow Raw. And that is indeed Shadows plus the Winged Dragon of Raw. Okay, and I was kind of confused as well when I was first seeing this deck. Because when I was first playing against, I was like, okay, I'm playing against Shadows. Shadows ain't all that bad. They started using Dangers. I'm like, okay, Shadow Danger. I don't think I've ever really seen Shadow Danger, but okay, I see you. You got to get the guys into the graveyard somehow. I understand that. But then I saw this guy. I saw Guardian Slime hit the board. I'm like, whoa, what is this? But you'll see. You'll see my whole thought process when you see the duel. Let's get it. I think I go first here. I'm going to start off by sending that guy to the graveyard so I get a search. From there, we're going to search another guy with Luna's effect when she's normal summoned. From there, we're going to banish a guy, and I was going to use Maximus' effect to send some stuff to the grave from the extra deck, but he hit me with the Imperm. That's all good. From there, he's going to hit me with the Bigfoot. Bigfoot's fine. He's going to destroy my Maximus. That's okay. Then he's going to hit me with the Shadow Fusion and make this guy I've never seen Shadow players ever make this person. I don't even know who is this, Wendigo? I've never heard of this fusion. I've never seen it. Its quick effect is that you can target one monster and it can't be destroyed by battle with an opponent's special summon monster. I mean, I guess, but that's not that good. No wonder people don't play it. So, anyways, he throws a whole bunch of stuff into the graveyard. He's gonna have these graveyard effects. Let's see what happens, man. He puts his guy face down. You know, the draw 2, discard 1 guy, and then another guy. I think I don't know what he does. They're gonna get the effects though when they go to the grave. He's gonna make the Egyptian god slime. From there, I'm like, yo. He probably doesn't have another Egyptian god slime in hand. So I'm gonna target his Egyptian god slime and use Fairy Tale Luna's second effect, which is you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can send one card from that with that monster's name from their deck to the or extra deck to the grave. I just read all that wrong. Let me go back again and read that for you guys. I'm so sorry. Once per turn, quick effect. Quick effect is in parentheses. I was about to say quotation marks. Oh my goodness. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can send one card with that monster's name from their deck or extra deck to the graveyard to negate its effect. Otherwise, return both this card and that monster to the hand. Woo! Okay, after my first mess up and my second successful read of that card, I can now go into explaining how this card works well in this deck. Okay. So, Fairy Tale Luna. I particularly want to target extra deck monsters because usually people play only one of their extra deck monsters unless they're an important part of the deck that they can use multiple times. So, what Fairy Tale Luna does here, she targets extra deck monsters, and either both of them are going to be returned to the hand, or he's going to have to send an extra copy of that extra deck monster, which goes into my Dogmatika plays, because Dogmatikas also send things from the extra deck to the graveyard. So really, there's a little synergy there with the Dogmatikas. I also target main monsters, but I mostly want to go, and you mostly want to go for the extra monsters, because, like I said before, usually people only play one copy, so you'll get your best results at sending stuff back to the deck and sending this back to the hand. So yeah, I think I just explained that for a long time, and I'm just gonna continue to press play. Yeah, so he had the other Egyptian god slime, so he sent it away. I was a little confused. That was kind of surprising that he had another one. He goes and normal summons his Winged Dragon of Ra. He makes his life points 100, and look at that big old boy, 10,000 attack. He was finna ruin my days. But then I had to hit him with the effect veiler because I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like being punched for 10,000. That doesn't sound like fun at all, to be honest. So I had to hit him with the effect veiler, brings him back down to 3,000. Then I get to hit him with the Dragma Punishment and destroy him. Now that he has nothing on his field, I'm going to go on and search, because you know how that goes. Make my Maximus. From there, I'm going to send some stuff to the grave so I can pop his stuff, pop his back row with and then pop his monster with the fossil guy. And then from there, I'm just going to attack for game. He only has 100 life. You know how that goes. So yeah, that was Shadow Raw. And I guess the whole thing about Shadow Raw is to do all your Shadow plays and bait negates and just keep baiting stuff and then whip out Raw at the end. Like, this is what I was really trying to do the whole time. Here's my Raw. 10,000 punch. And I mean, it would have worked if I didn't have that effect veiler. Actually, I also had my face down. I think Winged Dragon of Raw can be targeted, so he can be targeted. So he would have got hit with that or my effect veiler. So he didn't play through all my negations, but I could see what he was going for there. Yeah, just bait everything, make him seem like he's playing Shadows, and then bow. Winged Dragon of Raw punches you for 10,000. It's alright. We're going to go to the next duel, though. Okay, in the second duel, we're going up against Lunalights because, you know, Lunalights. When's the last time you've seen, like, a pure, dedicated Lunalight strategy? Like, I've seen Lunalights be played with those guys named Time Thieves. I like Time Thieves, but I refuse to play a Lunalight engine Time Thieves because it's just something broken about Lunalights. I think Lunalights got hit on one of the ban lists, so maybe that's why you haven't seen a lot of Lunalights, and maybe they went back to the pure version. Maybe that's the only version that you could play now because it got hit. I don't know exactly what got hit or when it got hit. It was one of those ban lists, but hey, it got hit. So yeah, whatever. Let's play some Fairy Tale Dogmatika. I don't even know why I care so much about Lunalights. They just make a boss monster and then attack you. Who cares? Whatever. It's just Lunalights. I'm playing Fairy Tale Dogmatika. That's the interesting thing. Let's send some stuff to the graveyard. And then let's make old girl so she can search stuff. And then we're going to play Fairy Tale so we can normal summon again. Then we're going to discard a spell so we can get Smoke Grenade so we can make our Maximus. Send the to the grave so we can pop our Smoke Grenade. And then we can discard a card out of our hand. Not our hand. Why would we discard a card out of our hand, Yungmanray? I don't know. I wouldn't be doing that. I would be discarding it out of his hand. So that's what we're doing. We're discarding it out of his hand. And I have a question. Was Pot of Desires the right hit to discard there? Because I don't know. I've never played Lunalights, and I don't think I played against Lunalights enough to know what is important to snipe out their hand or what's important to negate, except for like the fusion, of course. You want to negate the fusion because that's how they make their things. But what am I talking about here? Oh yeah, I sniped Desires, but in the next play, he goes straight for the Fool's Burial and gets Perfume. So I was wondering, like, which one would have been the better hit? Was Desires a better hit? Because he'd be able to draw 2, but it'd be 2 cards that he didn't really know. Or should I have sniped Fool's Burial so he couldn't have went straight for the Perfume? I mean, probably Fool's Burial was the better hit because, you know, Perfume gets him into his combos and such. But hey, who am I to judge my past and my ignorance when it comes to sniping cards out of hand? Who am I? Am I one of the Yugi gods? Do I look like Obelisk? We just saw Raw. I look nothing like Raw. And I might be a Slifer guy, but I'm definitely not a Sky Dragon. I'm definitely not. I'm not a red Sky Dragon at all. Or am I? You'll never know what I look like. Okay, let's get back to this duel. This is getting weird. Lunalights. All right, so now it's his turn. He goes straight for the Fool's Burial Goods. Go for the Perfume, like I said. From there, he's going to allow him to discard a fusion to get a search. He's going to dump some stuff into the graveyard. From there, he's going to put stuff in a spell trap zone. You know how it goes. And straight for the fusion. He doesn't even use Lunalight Fusion, so definitely shouldn't have touched Lunalight Fusion at all because you don't need it. You just need Lunalight Wolf, which is like, what is this? This doesn't even look like a wolf. It just looks like not a wolf, of course. I don't even know what this looks like. Please, somebody tell me what this looks like in the comments and don't say wolf. So yeah, he's going to get the special summon, but whenever a extra deck monster is on my opponent's side of the field, I can, as a quick effect, special summon this guy, and then if I have another Dogmatika card on the field, I can target one monster on my opponent's side of the field and negate its effects. So yeah, he won't be able to do any of his Lunalight keep attacking shenanigans. So now we're going to jump back into my turn. I'm going to go for that Dark Rebellion XZ. But we're not able to use this effect just yet because Lunalight Leo Dancer cannot be targeted by card effects. So we're going to bring in Fleur de Lis. Fleur de Lis does not target when he negates effects. Luckily, I drew into him or I would have had a difficult time dealing with Leo Dancer. So yeah, we're going to create him, negate her effects again. Then we're going to target her so we can drop the attack. And we just going to swing over, baby. And then we're going to hit for 3,000. And he going to quit. He not even going to take the whole 6. He only going to take 3. He only going to take half. And then he quit. He realized there's nothing else he could do. He has no hand traps that could save him, nothing in the graveyard. The back row's useless. He just had to quit. Yeah, so don't play all these copies of Lunalight Fusion and Polymerization, I guess. I mean, unless you have to. I don't know. I don't know how Lunalights work. Maybe if these were hand traps, he would have had a better time. Hey, maybe you should play some hand traps. Well, who am I? I don't know. I don't play Lunalights. Let's go to the next duel. Okay, we are finding ourselves in the third replay, and we're going up against our good old friend Code Talkers. You know this wouldn't be a Yungmanray video without me playing up against Code Talkers. For some reason, I always find myself playing up against Code Talkers or Salamangrates. I guess we can throw in Salamangrates into Code Talkers now as just like a Cyberse group because nobody plays Salamangrates on their own anymore. But a lot of people splash Salamangrate stuff into Code Talkers because they just work with Cyberse. So maybe we should just put Cyberse all in one little group. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we're playing against Cyberse. It wouldn't be a Yungmanray video unless we played against Cyberse. Let's get it. So it's my turn. I'm going to go first. I'm going to search my, whatever her name is. Escala. I don't even know how to say her name now that I know what her name is. Esclesia. They should have named her a better name. We're going to call her the Virtuous. We're going to call her V for short, all right? So we're going to search V so we could normal summon V. And from there, when we normal summon V, we searched maybe this. I think we already had the Maximus in hand, so I think we searched this. And we already had the smoke grenade in hand, so we're going to attach the smoke grenade to our V. Wow, that sounded really weird. Let's probably call her something else. Let's call her E. V ain't working. She E now. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna attach smoke grenade on the E. We're gonna Maximus. From there, we're gonna send some stuff to the grave. You know, we're gonna oonce that smoke grenade away. From there, we're gonna discard his spell. And also, let me know if that was a good discard or if I should have hit something else. I just see Cybers / Code Talkers always use this card, so I just thought it was good. I think maybe they get like an extra normal summon. I've never read this card because it's annoying. I don't even want to read it now. Okay, let me read it. Let's read it. Let's all figure out what Psynet coding does today. If a Code Talker monster is special summoned from the extra deck to your field except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters. Add one Cyberse monster with the same attribute from your deck to your hand. Okay, that's pretty nice. Because you're making a lot of Cyberse, guys. So, you're going to get a search in the hand. I like that. That's kind of nice, but I think that's only a once per turn. Oh, wait. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck from the rest of the turn. Whoa, except Cyberse monsters. Okay, that doesn't matter because they're all playing Cyberse. You cannot add other monsters with the same attribute to your hand by the effect. Okay. Oh, and this is once per chain. This ain't once per turn. This is a good card. I'm glad I sniped this. But the thing about that is you can't grab the same attributes. So if you're playing a lot of the same attributes, that kind of sucks. But I don't think Cybers really not lock themselves in, but play one attribute. And, you know, I see a lot of lights. Like this guy has a light in his hand. A lot of darks. They play a lot of light and dark. But, I mean, honestly, Cybers can be whatever. Like Salamangreys are fire. So, I mean, that's a pretty good card if you can find a whole lot of attributes to play. So, yeah, we're going to go on to his turn. He's just going to play some face downs because, I mean, I guess he can't do anything else. From there, he's going to use his trap card, special summon the guy. But from there, he's going to negate my punishment because, I mean, who likes being punished, really? He's going to use his effect to draw a card. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to try and send you back to the deck. He's like, nah. He's going to send the guy to the grave. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I'm going to go for the rank 4, XZ Dragon, pop his guy, take his attack. Do some Psy-Frame Lord Omega stuff. And then attack him for 36. And then I'm going to do the extra foolish burial so I can get that search at the end of the turn. And, we're going to search the Fleur de Lis. So we get that negate next turn. You know how it goes. Wow, here we go. I'm going to hit the Splash Magician because, bro, we all know what Splash Magician does. And his name isn't even Splash Magician. That's how good he is. I got to put extra letters on his name. His name is only Splash Mage. But this man deserves Magician. He's the Splash Magician. You feel me? He gets to special summon a Cyburst from the graveyard straight like that. Don't matter what it is. Just target one and make him. I could not deal with that. So I had to negate his effects. That hurt him a lot. I could feel that. He started crying a little bit. Okay? So from there, he realized, bro, I can't use Splash Mage. I can't go into my big baddies. He probably had, Access Code Talker, the big boy right here. So he goes into Trans Code Talker instead because he only has Link 3. So I kind of saved myself a little. I like that. From there, he's going to get the Salamangreat, and it doesn't even matter because he gets the Salamangreat and goes through his Access Code Talker. I just had him go through extra steps, and that's kind of good too because you don't want your opponent to have a whole lot of plays. You want to cut their plays down as much as possible. Even if you don't stop them fully, you still might have stopped a play that they were saving for their next turn or their turn after that or so on and so forth. So even if you don't stop them dead in their plays, it's still good to stop some of their plays so they don't have them later. And then maybe you can steamroll them. Maybe you'll draw into something nice. I don't know. I don't play your deck. It's probably bad. Just kidding, you guys. Come on, man. You know that ain't me. Let's get back to the duel. Let's stop playing. Wow, I should throw some rank 8s in here. I didn't know they were both level 8. But yeah. He's going to pop my guys. This is actually... Oh, we swapped. Did not mean to swap. Meant to pause. Yeah, he popped my guy. And usually, you're not allowed to activate effects into response of Access Code Talker because that's what his effect says. But Wing Pegasus here activates after as a separate new chain. You know what I'm saying? So once the guy goes to the graveyard, boom, that's the end of, Access Code's effect. Then, bow. Oh, something touched the graveyard? Oh, Wing Pegasus is here. Let's send something back to the extra deck. So that's kind of just what we did there. So yeah, it's very interesting. Wing Pegasus is a good counter to Access Code Talker. So yeah, if you guys want to throw in a Wing Pegasus, if Access Code Talker gets like super meta, which he was for a little bit, but I don't know if he still is. Probably is. Everybody runs access code talker, to be honest. He just destroys whole boards. If you play links, you're playing access code. Just the truth. From there, we're going to Rachka so we can get an extra card in hand. He's going to give us the Wonder Wand, but silly him. That's what I wanted because I needed those draw twos. From there, we're going to go Fairy Tale, and then we're going to get an extra normal summon. There, we're going to send some stuff to the grave and go on straight into our battle phase. Going to hit him for a lot of damage, and we're just going to win right there. I mean, he had nothing. He couldn't do anything to us. So we had open range of the board. Oh, yeah, he also didn't have any spellcaster, so he couldn't use any of his spells. So snapping that spell out of his hand didn't really matter. But, yeah. A lot of people don't like Secret Village of the Spellcaster. They think it's a bad card. And, I mean, it kind of is. It's not as bad as Mystic Mine. Because Mystic Mine's like, nah, bro, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! At all, period. No. But Secret Village of Spellcasters, it's just like, nah, bro, you can't use spells. And I mean, some decks need spells in order to get started. But a lot of decks and most decks don't need, they don't need their spells to really do anything. They're kind of just to further their plays even more. A lot of people, they don't need their spells. Most things are done through monsters. So I don't think it's that bad. Like, you can just get 2 monsters on the board, Nightmare Phoenix, and then go on with your plays, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you would have to play Nightmare Phoenix. But, I mean, like, who's not playing Nightmare Phoenix? I throw Nightmare Phoenix in almost everything, except for this thing. I don't know. I'm not going to check. Don't judge me. Nightmare Phoenix is in there. Don't judge me. It's not. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, so, I don't think Secret Village is that bad, but people think it's bad because it's a floodgate. But, I mean, everybody plays all kinds of floodgates. What's wrong with my man Secret Village? Come on, man. He ain't Mystic Mine. He ain't Mystic Mine Jr. Okay, yeah, he kind of is. But yeah, he just helps the deck work. I mean, Fairy Tales can't do anything. They need a floodgate. And I mean, maybe Dogmatika, it's a little too much. But I mean, like, it's the village that they're protecting and they're the princesses. You guys see how it all works? Please, don't be mad at me. I like to play things. Let's just go to the next replay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, here we are in the final and last replay / duel. I guess they're both replays and duels. They're replays of duels, so they got to be duels and replays. It doesn't matter. Here's the last replay / duel, and we're going up against Dual Avatar. I know you can probably not tell because all these extra cards are here, but here's a Dual Avatar card right here, and we're playing up against Dual Avatar. Now, a lot of people don't play Dual Avatar, even though it's a pretty new archetype. It's pretty cool. It makes fusion monsters. As you know, I like fusion monsters. But yeah, not many people play it. Don't know why. I guess because it might not be good. Maybe not many people know about it or care to look for it. But I have, and I've been messing around with it a little bit. Splashed a little Invoked in there, so you might find yourself watching Alistair the Splash Master Dual Avatar Invoked episode one day. I'm not sure. I'm still messing around with it. But yeah, not many people are playing Dual Avatar. I wonder why. Yeah. I tried to come up with a reason, but I couldn't think of any. So yeah, we're just gonna get into the replay. Fuck it. This guy goes first. He's gonna start off with the reinforcement of the army. He's gonna go into his Dual Avatar guy. Pops himself, searches a spell. The spell allows him to make a whole lot of tokens just by discarding 1 card, and then he can fusion summon. Wow, this is so broken. From there, he's gonna go into his Negati guy. He needs a effect monster in order to go into the Negati guy. From here, I'm gonna try and get my search off, but he's gonna hit me with the Ash Blossom. And then I'm gonna hit him with the Fleur de Lis, negate his stuff, so he can't negate my stuff, so I can go for the Rachka. So hopefully I can get another card in hand. He's gonna give me the double or nothing, and that's totally fine. Because we can go for the Utopia, negate his effect, go for the double or nothing, and then raise the attack to 5,000. So I mean, either way, I'm gonna get in a good old chunk of damage, my guy. And then I'm gonna go for the AA-Zeus. This was probably a bad idea to go for the AA-Zeus and then destroy everything on the field just because he Nibiru'd me. Because I did have Dragma Punishment on board, and that could have been a disruption for his next turn. But I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like, oh snap, he's going to destroy all my stuff? Not before I destroy everything. And then I hit the AA-Zeus. So that's kind of where I am right now. So he's going to destroy all my stuff and give me a token. Gonna put us on an even playing field, except for oh no, we have equal attack, but I have more defense, so I'm kind of higher up there. But now he has advantage, so yeah, he's winning. And now he's about to make a lot more tokens again and go in for the fusion summon. Don't know why he did that. He should have made the guy that pops stuff. There's a guy that pops stuff when he hits a board. I don't want to get into dual avatars. I've just been playing them a little bit, but don't know why he did this. Don't know why he made that guy. Yeah. Gonna go into my turn. I'm gonna Rachka. Rachka's gonna give him 500 life points, but it's gonna get me a good old search. From there, we're gonna Wonder Wand, and we're gonna attack his stuff. His dude's gonna activate, bringing it back to his hand. I'm gonna Wonder Wand, draw 2 cards, extra foolish. Then we're gonna Secret Village of the Spellcaster, so we can special summon our E this turn, so we get a search. We're gonna get the Fleur de Lis. And then he's gonna normal summon his Suit and Fist guy, aka the dual avatar. I liked him better when they were called Suit and Fist. He's gonna play his field spell and then search a guy, and then pop a card and search another thing, and then put it face down. And then from here, I'm going to normal summon my Fairy Tale Rella, and he's kind of just going to quit, because I guess he's like, man, I don't really have anything else that I can do. Like, I kind of just used up all my fusion monsters. Like, he just used all of his fusion monsters. He used 3 of these guys already. He used one of his other guys. I mean, like, what was he doing? What was he thinking? What was his plan? What was your plan? Yeah. What was Yeah's plan? If anybody ever runs into Yeah again, ask him what his plan was in this situation, because I really need to know. Yeah, if you ever see this video, please comment down in the comments and let me know what you were thinking at this point in time. If you remember this duel, you probably don't, but still, what were you thinking, yeah? Yeah. I'll see you guys in the deck list / recommendations. All right, you guys, that was Fairy Tale Dogmatika. When it comes to recommendations, I don't really have any new recommendations, really. If you want to change out these XZ monsters with anything that you found specifically better, or just something that fits your preferences more, then yeah, I'd say switch these guys out. I mean, if you want a Castell or a Silent Honor Arc or anything like that, yeah, you could switch these guys out for that. I would recommend you keep the Dogmatika stuff in there, though, or none of your Dogmatika effects will work. But if you want to drop these down from 2 copies to 1 copy, just to give you more space in your extra deck, yeah, I guess you could do that. And just recycle everything with Omega. But, you know, I kind of just like to have 2 copies of everything, just in case something gets banished, or, you know, I don't take my chances. So I want to have 2 copies of each. You know, if you don't want to run Utopia Double and you want to have that extra space, you can take out Double or Nothing. But other than that, I don't really have any recommendations on things that you could switch out or change. I think the deck works well all the way that it is now. I think it's working pretty good. It might not be the most optimal, but there's nothing in here that I'm looking at and it's like, oh, no, this doesn't belong in the deck. It's not working at all, or it slows down the deck. But, I mean, if you ever find anything that's better for the deck, if you find a better tech or just a better card or better play style, anything like that, you know, just let me know in the description, because I post these decks for a discussion. You know, I want to show you guys the decks I make. I want you guys to show me the decks you guys make, and I want to talk about them. I want to discuss. I want friends. Let's be friends. Let's talk about decks and be friends, man. Let's do that. But yeah, man. That's pretty much the end of it. You know, I'm kind of tired after doing all this recording, man. Probably gonna go lay in some mud somewhere and roll around in it with some pigs, because, you know, why not? So yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys later. It's your boy Yungmanray. I'm signing out, man.